Hello and welcome back, everyone. This is the Paladin's Tavern, and my name is Joe, and today's record date is Tuesday, April 15th. All right. Good to be back. So, today we're going to be doing a couple of things. Number one, we're going to do a couple of skirmishes with the captain. One of my goals with him right now is to get him to level 60. I'm at halfway through 58. So I'm almost there. Almost there. And on Virtue XP. Then I guess once I've had kind of enough of that, what I'm going to do is probably log into the Lore Master. Have a little fun with him tonight. Maybe the hunter instead. I don't know. We'll see. Kind of feel it out. So, sorry for the short stream last night. I was literally falling asleep as I was streaming. I mean, if you look back at the video, which is on YouTube, if you check it out. Like halfway through the stream, I start like doing like the head nod, like, and I'm like trying to like lean back, and I'm looking through like half opened eyes. Look like I'm on something. It was really funny. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's do some skirmishes. Uh-oh. Oh, great. It's starting already. And extraordinary experience. Okay. Alright, off to a good start, I should say. So, eventually what I'd like to do with this captain is start to tank with him. So, what I've been doing is I switched over to Yellow Line, and I've been just kind of practicing my tanking moves. What's up, 30-06? Nice to see you here. Love those emojis. Looking good. 30-06 on Twitch. Giving a howdy hello. Okay, let's bring this guy over here. Trying to like find a way to tank these guys most effectively. Do like a. I'm always looking as a true tank. I'm always looking for the perfect pull. ¿Cómo está, hermano? How's everyone feeling in La Casa de Paladin? So Jenny's sick. She's got a little bit of a cold. And it hasn't hit me yet. Hasn't hit the kids yet. So hopefully we're hoping for a little Easter miracle here where the whole house doesn't get sick. But other than that, doing really well, actually. How about yourself? As always, trying to suffer well and learning how to do that. Happy to hear that overall y'all doing well, suffering with grace is an art form. You know, I've never heard it put that way before, and I'm glad you did, because I think that's one of the things that the Lord is trying to teach me in this season. Is I think He's saying, Joseph, my son, you're really bad at suffering. we need to elevate this. And I mean, the Lord's just been dragging us through some really difficult times, and all through it, the one thing I've been thinking of is, you know, you need to suffer this well, not for you, but for the kids, for your wife, you know, for the strength of your family. You need to learn how to suffer well. Otherwise, you're not gonna have a family, and no one wants that. So, like Paul's thorn in the flesh, you know? Yeah. I vaguely remember that passage. Would you mind sharing it with me? Because I'm having a hard time applying the lesson right now. I know Paul mentioned something about you know, a thorn in the flesh, but I mean, it truly has been, you know, one thing after another here. It's ridiculous. 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 7. Oh, thank you. Got the passage in there for me. So keep me from becoming conceited because of the surpassing greatness of the revelations. A thorn was given me in the flesh, a messenger of Satan to harass me, to keep me from becoming conceited. Yeah, that about does it. Second Corinthians 12:7. Yeah, Lord's trying to keep me humble. Definitely feels like the story of my life. You know, the Lord has truly blessed me abundantly. I mean, really. You know, not only did I, you know, was I born and grew up in America during the 80s. But, you know, for a long time, my family was sort of considered, you know, upper middle class due to my father's incredible efforts. And unfortunately, you know, through the years, the upper middle class became really the lower middle class at this point. But, you know, economics and politics aside, I had kind of a charmed life. And on top of that, the Lord did give me a lot of talent and a lot of gifts. I'm by no measure at all a stupid individual. I'm smarter than I probably ought to be. And so as a result, it's very easy for me to, become, conceited. But, the Lord has always given me, as Paul said, a thorn in my side to keep me humble. So it's, and I recognize it for where it comes from. So it's nice to think about. Do not fear, I will make you suffer, but I will also give you the strength to suffer. Jesus tells me continually, quote, I want your soul to be purified and tried by a daily hidden martyrdom. How many times, Jesus said to me a little while ago, would you have abandoned me, my son, if I had not crucified you? One day, when we're able to see the full midday light, we will know what value and what treasures our earthly sufferings have been that have made us gain our everlasting homeland. That would be a good day indeed. Now, what is that from? That sounds extra biblical. See, this was a good pull. This, I like this, yes. This was a good pull indeed. How we doing on XP here? Yeah, not bad. All right. Not a lot of damage, of course, but yeah, all right. Did okay holding them, that's for sure. Pressing attack and devastating blow, critical chance. Okay. Let's jump in again. This time let's do a Storm on Methadris.
While the Grey Company journeyed south to the aid of Aragorn, we came upon a Dunlanding hag named Gwylion, called the Old Woman of the Mountain. She sought to raise an army of ancient evil to aid the White Hand against Rohan. It was our duty, Amlon's and mine, to keep her at bay.
Another one I like. Good, Last two are both quotes from St. Padre Pio. I identify with them pretty strongly with my injuries from my military service. The guy lived a long life of suffering and has brought him closer to his faith. Self-righteousness has always been a difficulty I struggled with, and being humbled has helped. Yeah, you and me both. I have definitely been known as a self-righteous bastard in my time. But I think that's sort of like a common weakness for those who love the Lord. That's a very common weakness. So, every virtue can be turned into a vice, you know? It really can. 30-6 says, I really deeply struggle to faithfully witness the faith to pagans and Mormons, for example. It's an easy trap to fall into, to be overly yeah. No, it is. It really is. It's very easy to sort of say, like, you know, well, you're too far gone. And you know, it took a lot of faithful maturing on my part, in particular, to remember Jesus died for everybody. And just because someone may look to be completely far gone and unable to be saved, God can work a miracle as long as their heart is open. As long as there's a tiny little room in their heart for the Lord, He can do it. You just have to, you know, you just have to be patient. I have an aunt that I struggle with tremendously, that I worry for. She claims to be a Christian, but she's one of those, you know, Christians who clutch their crystals and pray to the angels, kind of a deal. Think that, you know, when you die, you know, you come back as a bird, kind of a Christian. You know, like a wacky sort of extra biblical new age kind of a fella. Zero biblical literacy whatsoever. And it's, I mean, you know, it is what it is. I certainly was there myself, and was able to, by the grace of God, get out of that sort of fallacy. But I struggle tremendously with her as a result. And she's always saying things like, you know, if I'm talking to a family member about a faith-related matter, you know, she'll jump in with like, that's not true and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, is this the part where I lay down the biblical truth, or is this the part where I just sort of pray for her? And a lot of times I want to be like, you know what, Aunt so-and-so, like, when was the last time you actually read the Bible? When was the last time, like, do you actually know what you're talking about? Because you definitely don't, saying things like that. And you have no place criticizing me because I've read the Bible and know better than you. And I really have to stop myself from saying things like that and think to myself, like, listen, you know, it's coming, that sort of anger from me is coming from a place of love. I love my aunt as much as I struggle with her. I love her. I want to see her go to heaven. And it upsets me that, you know, she's much older than me and her biblical knowledge is in a sorry state. And it makes me feel sad, and and the way she approaches things makes me angry on top of it. And I just have to say, like, listen, Jesus would want me to pray for her here. And honestly, the Lord can reach her far better than my angry words ever could. My angry words are going to push her away, and the Holy Spirit can push her toward God in a way that I'll just never be able to have control over. So I just got to pray for her. And that's really hard. Like, that's hard, man. You know? And I'm not always great at it. Yeah, and it's extremely off-putting for anyone who's a potential convert. Boy, my damage is so low. Holy smokes. It's just, and if no one's helping me here. Yeah, Ufa. It really is telling that someone of the most, quote, successful groups that draw in any sizable number of followers strongly copy the structure of the church. I think that generation had a strong lack of catechesis, pushing the whole charismatic revival breath into the universe. If you're suffering, it's because you lack faith, etc. Yeah. Not to sound like a snotty millennial, but baby boomers really are a very flawed and very spoiled generation. Incredibly spoiled. And just a wildly selfish generation. I don't know how they supposedly could have had it so tough and yet just be so incredibly just conceited all the time with everything. They just always know better. You can't tell them that they don't know. And they were always like that. It's not like, okay, well, legitimately they're older than me and they do know better. They were like that with their parents. I mean, let's not forget the whole quote unquote sexual revolution. Baby boomers were teenagers trying to tell their parents that they knew better. And now here they are, 60 years later, telling everyone else younger than them, well, we know better. You've been saying that since you were 16 years old. It's not that you actually know better, it's just that you think you know better, and you've never you never gained the humility to understand that you just don't. And the whole generation has this flawed thinking. I see it in my parents as much as I love them. You try and share something with them and they're like, nah, it's not true. Well, okay, but you're wrong and here's why. It's not coming from me. It's coming from this information I have here. And this is information that's just brand new, and you're being dismissive of it without even considering this new information. You can't just do that. So it's a generation that has completely looked at the Bible and said, nah, this never happened, it's myth. Well, no, that's not true. I mean, every single branch of every single discipline of science has investigated multiple things regarding the Bible and have come out to be true time and time and time again. One of the more interesting things is regarding archaeology. If even secular archaeologists will say that if they're looking for something in a town or a city that's no longer there in the biblical world, all they have to do is just look at the Bible, and generally speaking, if the Bible says that this particular town that they're looking for existed in a certain place and they go looking for it, they will eventually find it. It is there. And that's just one tiny little thing. So, you know, it's pretty incredible how they just have this generational hubris. I wonder if it's primarily a USA baby boomer thing and that generation compares in other parts of the world. I think it is a USA baby boomer thing. I have not encountered this in any other culture other than the American culture. I've not encountered it. There are similarities for sure, but that's because this is not an uncommon trait. It's just what's uncommon about this particular trait is that how I see it in an entire generation. These people were born with the idea that they truly know better. If it's in their head, then it's the truth. That's really how that generation, you know, thinks of itself. And I think among all things, it's probably what everyone struggles against them with the most. And of course, you know, any baby boomer would be like, you know, well, you know, millennials think the same thing. I don't necessarily think that's the case. Certainly there are, you know, the generation does have its own issues regarding, you know, hubris of a kind, but not like how the baby boomers have it. Their issues are really kind of a reaction to the insufferable know-it-all nonsense that's to be found among baby boomers. And I really only see that level of arrogance. Hey, all right, level 59. I really only see that level of arrogance from millennials when they're dealing with a baby boomer, from someone from that generation. "100% 30.6. I completely agree. I mean, a loud minority of millennials certainly come across that way. Yeah, millennials have had an unprecedented access to information their generation never had. Yeah, no, it's true. It's absolutely true. But the issue is that a lot of that information is flawed, and no one is being open about the limitations of the information that we all have access to on the internet. In our day and age, information is not there for the sake of benefiting society. It's information that's being published for gamesmanship. It's there for profiteering. You know, science is not the pursuit of bettering humanity. It's not been the case for a long time. Science is in the pursuit of patents and market share. And so whenever you get, you know, a scientific breakthrough, the one question no one asks themselves is, who's benefiting from this? Who's getting the money from it? And whereas I'm not saying that every piece of scientific information is wrong, what I am saying is that every piece of scientific information does provide a paycheck for a large group of people somewhere. And that's enough to make that information questionable. You have to be able to look at that information with a you got to be able to look at it with with some skepticism. And millennials, by and large, don't do that. As long as the information comes with it, a heavy bout of credentials, then they're all on board for it, that it must be true. And that's, I think, the issue with millennials. They're heavily institutionalized people. Heavily. As long as it came from an official institution, then they lean their back on it. And they don't realize how corrupt our institutions have become in the last 60 years. They think they know, but they don't. Yeah, agreed. Check your sources, but trust but verify. Be humble when you're shown to be wrong and adjust your position. Science has been twisted, seeing the fallout of would-be philanthropists donating bad GMO seeds to impoverished nations who will be a generation or two from completely at the mercy of those seed companies. Control the food supply. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is just, yeah, 100%. Absolutely. Well, I'm very happy here that I finally hit. Boom. Finally got to 59. Let's see if I can, let's do Attack at Dawn again. These are like the faster ones. Yeah, but hey, trust the science, I guess. Yeah, you know, to a degree, you know, healthy skepticism of the published science is kind of my thing now. You know, oh well, you know, that came from a scientific. Yeah, I'm like, okay, whatever. If it completely flies in the face of what I know to be true in my life, then I don't believe it. You can you could take your guess on what that might pertain to. Trust the science. Trust the science as long as it's agreeing with a political position. Every other scientific theory that doesn't agree with that political position, don't trust that. Trust the science as long as it forces you to vote Democrat. Trust that science. But if there's science that, you know, could poke holes in that theory, then don't trust that science. Only trust the science that gets you to vote Democrat. Oh, okay. Must be sound science then. Clearly unbiased. That's right. Trust the science as long as you vote for a Democrat politician. But if the science goes against what that Democrat politician says, then don't trust that science. Yeah, no thanks. I think I'll trust my lying eyes instead. 30.6. Oh, hey, did you check out that Castles and Crusades PDF upload on Discord? They put out old print PDFs for a couple of their books completely free. The game has remained unchanged since it first came out in like 2004. D&D 5th edition borrowed some concepts from it. No, I didn't check it out. I'm sorry. I apologize. I vaguely remember we had some sort of conversation about it. Whoa. Taken for a loop on that one. Nice. Secured the central gate. If you had played 3.5 or 3rd edition, you might feel a bit more familiar. More dangerous than 5th edition, where after level 6, you're basically the superhero of the country instead of just some guy. That's very much the truth. Yeah. I did my first D&D campaign, I think in 2002 maybe, was a 3.5 campaign. I remember my first dungeon master. He said, "Yeah, I play D&D 3rd edition. A lot of people, don't seem to like it. They prefer the older edition, but I think it's fine. It's pretty cool. I enjoy it. They think it's too easy, though. Now you look at 5th edition compared to 3.5, you're like, oh man, this is old school. This is so hard." It's just funny having it's funny having that perspective, remembering the stuff that people used to say. The way that Castles and Crusades has been described is it is basically 3rd edition of Gygax made it instead of Wizards of the Coast. That's interesting. Hey, Grandpa Gaming, what's going on? Hey there, how are you? Doing well, Grandpa, how are you? Yeah, ay, abuelo, ¿cómo está usted? What's going on, Grandpa? Hopefully all's well on your end. Here comes the horde. Bloody Raid, what's going on? Bloody Raid says, sup. Sup, how you doing? What spec are you running? Yellow line. Just hit level 59, and I've got, I think, level 50 something, level 50 gear on. So I'm doing skirmishes, trying to teach myself how to tank, at least a little bit. 30.6. Something really flexible about Castles and Crusades is that it easily works with any of the free published adventures and one-shots that people who play old-school RPGs upload online. So it has like an abundant indie community. That's cool. All right. Bloody Rain says, nice. I've been tanking for 15 years. Love it. Oh, that's cool. All right, let me see if I can squeeze out maybe 2 more.
While the Grey Company journeyed south to the aid of Aragorn, we came upon a Dunlending hag named Gwillian.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of tanking as well. It's a lot of fun. I've done it in many games. Never in Lotro, but I'm trying to learn. Just give me 1 second, guys. Just gonna get some water from behind me. .30.6. One of my favorite tanking memories was a druid on WoW Classic. Yeah, druids were solid tanks back in the day in WoW. Bloody Raid. Currently deciding if I want something new. Hunter, champions, a good DPS, and tank option. What are you leaning on? Are you leaning toward champion? I would think as a tank you'd probably be a little bit more at home with a champion. You know, for me, I always play a melee character, and whenever I go to a hunter, It's always a little jarring trying to stay at ranged. I always find myself like trying to get into melee ranged. Go champ and never look back. This is 30-6. JK. No, it's true though. Champion's really fun class. I mean, you just slaughter everything. It's awesome. Just leveled a warrior to 60 on Annie and 51 druid tanked dungeons the entire way, no questing. Also just leveled a druid tank to 60 on SOD. Doing first raid Friday. Need some relaxed Lotro time. I say that as I strongly considering Adventures Fearless +3 for the Master of Blades title. Relaxed, quote unquote. Well, some people find, challenges to be, relaxing and fun. Get your mind off the norm. Say super hype that most people on Lotro are on same server. I've been wanting this for years. Yeah, you must be really enjoying the VIP servers, or I should say the 64-bit servers rather. .30/6. Had a very adult moment today. Got 5 pounds of pork for carnitas and 24 tortillas for $22. There you go. Bloody Reigns is making my champ now. Very good. So I think we've convinced him. And now what are you going to name that champion? How'd that troll get over there? How come I can't move? What is going on here? What the heck was that all about? I was like stuck in place for some reason. No matter what I popped, I couldn't move. Very unusual. Never had that issue before. All right. Moving on. Blade Leaf. That's cool. Wanted Bloody Rain, but decided to use it for my eventual burglar. Okay. So Blade Leaf. And what race did you go with that champion? The word leaf in there makes me think elf. Oh, I missed someone. I sure did. I always go with Elf from Kirkwood, no matter class. Okay. .30/6 Kirkwood. It's like Mirkwood off Wish.com. Kirkwood is the Temu version of Mirkwood. Quest like a billionaire. This is going to be a big pull. .30/6 AFK. I'm a lurk. All right. Shoot, man. Wow. Just in case someone ever needs saving randomly, or if I do a dungeon. Can't find heals. Yep, back to Captain. I quit Captain because I went tier 3. Couldn't fight but one mob at a time. Whoa. putting Adventure 0 on him, huh? Yeah, I do the same thing. I'm not really so interested in, you know, difficulty in wilderness encounters. I'm an old school MMO kind of a guy, you know? Same. I love Lotro in Classic WoW. Yeah. I'm not really a big fan of the new style of MMOs. You know, where you're dodging attacks, you don't have a ton of buttons. I'm not really a big fan of that. I don't want to play an MMO on a game controller, you know? I often find I find that the combat is just boring on those games. Oh, look at me. Cool. Oh, man. So close to level 60. right. Don't forget the chest. Wow. Ton of XP. Almost to level 60, guys. Let's do one more. How much time do I have on this thing? Oh, wait, duration 1 hour and a minute? Oh, I got plenty of time. Let's do attack at dawn again. Hopefully I'll get to 60 using this skirmish. Awesome. Yeah. Okay. What's up, Grandpa? Have you ever played New World? I enjoy that game. No, what's New World about? It's an MMO made by Amazon Games. Nah, I've never even heard of it. New World. Lots to do in the game. Crafting, leveling, dungeons, raids, festivals, PvP, PvE. Okay. That sounds like a lot. When did it come out? Years ago? Wow. I had no idea they were even making any more MMOs. Anytime I hear about a new MMO, it's always getting canceled. Is it available on Steam? Just leveled my character just by the main story questline to 65. Wow. How was the story? Did you enjoy it? Yeah, it's on Steam. After this, I'll see if I can find like a trailer on Steam for it. I want to see if I level. Loved it. Now I have to play catch up and level my trade skills. Yeah, that's one thing I try not to do in this game is let my crafting skills go and fall behind. Try really hard not to do that. I don't think I'm going to level out of here. Great graphics on the game. It's always helpful if the game looks good, you know? So close. So close.
While the Grey
Do another one.
journeyed south to the aid of Aragorn, we came upon a Dunlanding hag named Gwylion, called the Old Woman of the Mountain. She
The
sought to
Old
raise
Woman
an
of the
army
Mountain.
ancient evil to aid the White Hand against Rohan.
Lots of different
It was
weapons
our
and
duty,
skill trees to develop.
Amon's and mine, to keep her
Well,
at
sounds
bay.
pretty cool. Definitely got my interest peaked, I'll tell you that. Is it free to play? Or is there a subscription fee? I feel like with Amazon, that can go either way. Is Amazon Game Studios even a good gaming studio? Are they even like, do they even make, like, do they make quality stuff? I wonder. Definitely gonna hit 60 before I finish this. Welcome back, 30-6. $60 to get the game, no sub required. Alright. That's not terrible. Amazon has New World with Throne and Liberty out. Not a fan of Throne, though. Yeah, I heard that was a massive disappointment. There was a bunch of people in the Lotro streaming community that were looking forward to that game coming out. And then, like, it just totally fell off. No one cared about it at all. I should say care for it at all. I am highly, highly, highly skeptical of any new MMO that comes out since 2014. Highly skeptical. Okay, what is going on here? Why am I... Crippling fear. Okay. You know what game is oddly fun but will completely nuke your day like playing Total War? Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord. Yeah, that's another series I could never get into is Mountain Blade. I mean, it's got some serious fans, but I could never get into it. I never got into the lore of that world, but riding into battle with a glaive on horseback and felling like 65 enemy footmen, oh yeah, count me in. That's a toe curler, if ever there was one. Grandpa, I play a lot of GTA 5 RP. Have about 5,000 hours in it. Wow. Jeez. That's some serious time, man. Holy smokes. Good for you. 2,000 hours in Space Engineers. That is serious stuff. One day I'll be there again. One day I'll be fully retired, no job, and I'll be able to do that. One day. Oh my gosh. 30 out of 6. That's terrible. Yeah, my best friend died, so I just kind of swirled around the toilet bowl for a long while. Ugh. It's terrible. Sorry to hear that. Grandpa, I have 650 hours in New World. Wow. Oh boy, here they all come. Gosh, I am so sick and tired of these freaking trolls smashing me in the face with boulders. It really is obnoxious. Oh, this freak guy, man. Yeah. 30-6, yeah. Didn't even wait until after opening fishing. Grandpa, speaking of fishing in NW New World is awesome. I could spend hours just doing that alone. Wow. That's, you never hear of that. 30-6. Now I want to go fishing. Get a whole mess of crabbies or something for fish fry. I do not like fish at all. I don't like fish and I don't like eggs. Eggs make me sick to my stomach. I don't know what it is about eggs, but it really just turns my gut. Just like talking about it is like, egg smell. Ugh, it's so gross, man. Grandpa. I have the patience for fishing in real life. Plus, I don't like fish. Yeah. Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't eat anything that comes out of the water, really. I've had crab. I've had lobster. I've had some types of fish here and there. You know, salmon. I'm just not into it. It's really gross. I actually had jellyfish. One of my best friends is Chinese, and when he got married, they had a traditional Chinese wedding, and they had strips of like raw jellyfish brought to the table. Oh man, I mean, that was horrendous. Really gross. I swore up and down that day I would never go to a wedding hungry ever again. Just in case the food was terrible, you know? And when my wife and I got married, it was our #1 goal to make sure that the food at our wedding was some of the best food around. And we accomplished that goal. We heard for months on end, about how good that food was. We did a great job with that. We made damn sure that our food was good. We want to make sure our guests left full and satisfied. Ah, so close. Here it comes. Yes! Woo! Level 60. That's it. That's it. I'm done leveling in on this server. New mail from Lady Galadriel. Deed completed. Class. Title awarded. Blaze of Hope. You've done more on your adventures in Middle-earth. Okay. Deed bestowed. Delvings. Introduction to Delvings. Ah. Unlock Delvings now. New skirmish available. Is this assault on the Ring Wraith's lair? Ooh. Cool, man. Haha, thanks, Oracle. Hey, Oracle the White's here. Blaze of Hope frame. That. Hey, cool.
Yes. The horn of Helm Hammerhand shall sound in the deep. One last time. Yes!
Yes!
Let this be the hour when we draw swords together.
Yes!
Fell deeds awake. Now for wrath. Now for ruin.
And the Red Dawn! Oh, that's a great one. Thanks for playing it. Haha, Oracle the White just redeemed roll of 1d20 Lord of the Rings impression. There we go. Okay, let's see who I get. Oracle comes in saying hi. Oh man, I missed a bunch of things. 30-6. Oh man, I'll eat like a dozen eggs for breakfast. Grandpa, I don't have the patience for fishing. 30-6. Soft boiled, hard boiled, scrambled, fried. I'll even drink them raw in a glass of milk. Oh! No thanks. Oracle comes in saying hi. Grandpa, I don't mind shrimp and fried clams, but anything else? No. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way on that. 30-6. Hail, Oracle. Bienvenidos, amigo. 30-6. I've eaten half a circle of those cocktail shrimp once. Come to my hypothetical wedding with my Latina girlfriend. You won't be able to pronounce any of the items on the menu, but it'll all be good. Grandpa, I went to a wedding once. The buffet wasn't too bad, but they had a polka band for the reception. Horrible. Oracle says, congrats. Thank you. Grandpa says, grats. 30-6. I guess in that scene, the song they're singing about, Shadowfax in Elvish. Alright, let's see. Oh, I got a 2. Bilbo! No, thank you! We don't want any more visitors, well-wishers, or distant relations! And what about very old friends? Gandalf? Bilbo Baggins. My dear Gandalf! It's good to see you. 111 years old. Who would have believed it? You haven't aged a day. Come on, come in! Welcome, welcome. Tea? Oh, I'll be something a little bit stronger. I've got a few old bottles in the old vineyard left. 1296. A very good year. Almost as old as I am. It was laid down by my father. What say we up in one, eh? I was expecting you for some time last week. Not that it matters. You come and go as you please. Always have done. Always will. You caught me a bit unprepared, I'm afraid. We've only got cold chicken, bit of pickles, some cheese here. Oh, no, that might be a little risky. We've got some raspberry jam, apple tart. I got some custard somewhere. Not much for after us, I'm afraid. Oh, no. All right. Just found some sponge cake. Little snack. Hope it's enough. I can give you some eggs if you like. Just tea, thank you. Oh, right. You don't mind if... No, not at all. Go ahead. Bilbo! Bilbo Baggins, you open this door. I know you're in there. I'm not at home. I've got to get away from these confounded relatives hanging on the bell all day. They never give me a moment's peace. I want to see mountains again. Mountains, Gandalf. And then find somewhere to quiet where I could finish my book. Oh, tea. So you mean to go through with your plan, then? Yes, it's all in hand. All the arrangements are made. Frodo suspects something. Of course he does. He's a Baggins. Not some block-headed brace-scutter from Hardbuffle. You will tell him, won't you? Yes. He's very fond of you. I know. He'd probably come with me if I asked him. I think in his heart, Frodo's still in love with the Shire. The woods, fields, little rivers. I'm old, Gandalf. I know I don't look it, but I'm beginning to feel it in my heart. I feel thin, sort of stretched like butter scraped over too much bread. I need a holiday. A very long holiday. And I don't expect I shall return. In fact, I mean not to. Well, there you go. Well, that was for you, Oracle. Thanks for the redeem. Alright, let's dismiss Charlemagne here, our good buddy. Wow. Level 60, finally. Feels good. When you said Bilbo, that was the scene I hoped for, said Oracle. Oh, I'm really glad. I'm glad I was able to do that for you then. I'm glad. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Overly enjoyed it. That's great. Good. Let's see. All right. Well, next time I get a chance to play, I think I'm gonna have to start doing different content with my captain. I'm gonna have to start working on getting my crafting. My crafting's not far behind at all, actually. I switched over to Metalsmith, and I have it up to Supreme. I just need to work on the metalsmithing. Yeah, same thing with Scholar. So I'm not master of any of these levels, so that's an issue. With the exception of my metalsmithing, so that's good, I suppose. So I really just need to collect with the cause I gotta collect the Khazad ore. Yeah. Chunks of Khazad Skarn. And then it's a copper, gold, and iron. And then this uses bronze ingots, so that's even a pain in the neck to make anything. In order to make a bronze ingot, I need a bunch of Skarn in order to make copper and Khazad tin ingots. I guess I buy that from a supplier. Yeah, so I have to make copper ingots. So for every 2 Skarn makes 1 copper ingot. And then in order to make this armor, I need 4 bronze. 4, 8, 12, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. So it's 24 bronze ingots. And so it's 48 Skarn to make the copper ingots. And then that, along with the tin, will make the bronze. Scholar's your favorite profession? It fits my support personality. I don't need help from other professions, but I help others with it. That's cool. Yeah, I enjoy Scholar. I mean, I've never like done anything with it, but that's because I've always been like, you know, focused on leveling and trying to keep my my crafting skills up to date. I've never really made much with my crafting skills. All right, I'm gonna take a little break, guys, and I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, I'm back. Thanks for being patient. .30-06 says I've been doing all gathering professions and buying stuff. I feel like I level so fast. Doesn't pay to invest in gear though. Yeah, I've never had that issue in games. Very slow at leveling. Always have been. I think I just got like caught up in the monotony of it all, you know? Quest after quest after quest. This feels good though. I kind of zone out if I'm gaming. Yeah, it's a great thing about gaming. You just sort of zone out, you know? Alright, I'd be the most boring Twitch streamer ever. Just my mug drooling, staring at the screen. Let's jump on with the Lore Master, because I left in a very precarious spot last night. Or perhaps not. I thought I was questing in Lone Lands. Oh man, I love Bree. It's so beautiful here. Oracle of White. I heard a dad joke recently that I loved so much because of how relatable it was. 30-6. Brie. Oh. Well, let's hear it. Let's hear this dad joke. Oracle of the White.
How can I be of service?
I stayed up all night and wondered where the sun went. Then it dawned on me. That's cute. I like that. Tide is the product of choice for mermaids washing their laundry. Do you guys remember when you were a kid and you would listen to the adults in the room talking about stuff and they would have a huge joke, and it would cause a big laugh, and all the adults in the room started laughing. And then you just made up a joke on the spot that made absolutely no sense at all whatsoever. And then some adult in the room was like, "Did you just make that up?" And you're like, sheepishly you would answer, "Yeah, I did." My son has now entered that age where he'll do that. And I think it's the most adorable thing on earth. I love it. He'll make a joke by asking some random question, and the punchline to the joke will be some nonsense babble that isn't actually a word. And he'll like screech and scream thinking it's like the funniest thing in the world. I think it's so cute. $30.6. Oh, I heard the funniest thing at the grocery store today. What's that? An old couple was shopping, and this little old lady says to her husband, "Don't you slow down, or I'm going to run over you. I'm a woman driver with only one speed, and that speed is vroom." Old couple goals. Yeah, elderly couples could be either extremely depressing or hilarious. Child innocent comments in public are some of the funniest things, too. Grandpa, there were 3 old ladies sitting on a park bench. A man walks up to them wearing a trench coat and flashes them. The first old lady had a stroke. The second old lady had a stroke. The third old lady didn't because her arms weren't long enough. $30.6. Like in Florida, this little kid at the store tugging on his mom's sleeve. Like, "Mom, that lady has a huge butt." Rude, but true. $30.6. Paladin's Tavern, after hours. Yeah, we let one slip by. Grandpa, how do you kill a wabbit? I don't know. How do you do it? You whack it with a rock. That's funny. How do you kill a tame wabbit? 30.6. When it comes to gifts, you just can't beat a broken drum. Grandpa, how do you kill a tame wabbit? The tame way. That's cute. Oh, shucks. Man. Can't even breathe over here. So many mobs. Alright, I gotta get up there for this quest. This quest is a pain in the butt. I'm not a fan. Grandpa, how do you kill a unique wabbit? Unique it up on it and whack it with a wok. Unique up on it and whack it with a wok. Oracle's laughing. 30-6. Heyo! What word can you make shorter by adding 2 letters? Short. English is such a goofy language. It's funny how those things happen. Oracle says I don't get the last one. Grandpa, why did Amy fall out of the tree? Shadow. She had no arms. Poor Amy. Man, Grandpa's just slamming him tonight. Grandpa says, knock, knock. 30-6. English is hard, but can be understood through tough, thorough thought, though. Indeed. Back from the brink revives a defeated ally. Grandpa, knock knock. Who's there? Not Amy. Jeez. I blame the French for taking away our letter. What letter is that? Ouch. Uh-oh. Hey, I'm level 26. At 6. Ah, heck. I just hit some keyboard combination and muted the browser. Ah, there. Don't you hate it when that happens? Man, that was close. Okay. Now to bring the sigils back to Radagast. Who even adds that keyboard shortcut? It's my Spanish keyboard too. Radagast to Chadlagast. Yeah. Chadlagast. Chadlagast. Guess I can go this direction. .30/6. Oh, we were talking about coffee the other day, yeah? We were, actually. I learned I made instant coffee wrong my whole life. Really? How's that? Just thought it tasted like bilge water. Okay. And it doesn't, does it? What were you doing wrong? You're not supposed to pour hot water directly into the powder. It burns it. Bad. Aha. So then what the heck are you supposed to do?
There is a gaunt lord here.
You're supposed to rehydrate it with cool water and then mix it and pour the hot in.
I have a task for you.
Alright, I think that's going to be enough out of this. I think we're going to do from here is, yeah, see, no thanks. from here, I'm going to make my way back over to the North Downs. Grandpa, I don't drink coffee unless it's Irish coffee. 30-6. Tried it out after seeing it on YouTube. Made a big difference. Irish coffee. Or an Irish breakfast shot. That's good too, says 30-6. New deed bestowed. Enemy of the dead. Make that one active. Nice. Grandpa says, I also love Irish car bombs. 30-6, Irish whiskey, some butterscotch schnapps, old juice, orange juice chaser. Oof. I like a good scotch.
What can I do for you?
Neat. PD scotch? Yeah. Pretty much any scotch, really. Not really. I'm not really like picky over my scotch. I'll drink it neat. I'll drink it with, you know, scotch on the rocks. It just depends on what I'm in the mood for that day. Double wood or portwood. Grandpa, 12-year-old sipping whiskey is good too. Oh yeah, good stuff. Man, I haven't had scotch in a long time. Just haven't had the money for it. 30-6 says, I had a Pappy Van Winkle 12-year bourbon once. $123 for an ounce glass. Holy smokes. I wept. Wow. I think a bottle goes for a few grand. Jeez. Grandpa, oh yes, they can be expensive, but good. Unreal, man. Yeah. 30-6. I'll stick with Maker's Mark or Four Roses. Cheap, but good enough. Yeah. I'm really not... I get a little picky when it comes to beer. I like a strong beer. I like IPA. I don't really go for many domestic beers. I will enjoy a Sam Adams. But really, as far as like domestic beers go, that's kind of it. You know, I don't really. I get a little choosy. I say choosy because, I mean, really, if someone handed me, you know, any beer, I probably would drink it regardless. But you know, if I was really looking to enjoy myself, you know, I'd want to go for more bang for my bottle. And for that, I think it's really an IPA. Really, you know, really high alcohol by volume content. And a couple of those, and I'm good.
Stay a moment.
Okay. Captain Trotter. Trotting along. I love Trestle Bridge.
What can I do for you?
Trestle Bridge is awesome. Ha ha ha. I use Jameson for whiskey sours, says Grandpa. 30-6. IPAs have to be done right, or I absolutely cannot stand them. Too many microbreweries toss in hops and cola and IPA to mass pour quality beer. 30-6. I want a great Czech Pilsner or Kolsch. Ever had a barley wine? Like 12% alcohol by volume. Holy smokes. 10 to 12. Grandpa. Ever have mead? Ooh, so good. 30-6. I brew mead. Got 3 on my shelf right now. I've never had mead before, and I was thinking about looking up how to brew it. Do you have any idea where I could get like a good mead recipe? A known good recipe? I could grab one out of some of my mead making books. One is a multiple gold medal winner for his recipes. Yeah, if you don't mind, you know, maybe just take a picture of it with your cell phone and put it on the Discord. I could definitely go for something like that. Absolutely. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. Sure. Let me go grab the book. Be right back. Yeah, I've never done anything like that before, so it'd be an interesting endeavor for me. All right, well, here we are in Trestle Bridge.
Would you do something for me?
Aggie Digweed. I think she's in here, right? Nope. Grandpa. I'm beyond brewing now, but I'm still tasting. Good for you. Well, that book isn't on my regular shelf, so I'll have to look for it tomorrow. Yeah, no worries.
I didn't know anything, I'm sure. Could I
I'd
have a
be
word with
most
you?
appreciative. Complete quest in North Downs. I'll definitely hit that. All right. Well, folks, it is getting late over here. Was it 1:30? It's 1:30 in the morning. So I should get some rest. But I do appreciate you hanging out with me while I got my captain up to level 60. That was awesome. And I'll be back on tomorrow at 11 p.m. Eastern for a little more Lotro in the week. I usually stream at least once, maybe twice during the week in the afternoon. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to it this week. So if I will, I'll announce it on Discord before I start up, and of course on X, where you can follow at Paladin's Tavern. But I do stream Monday through Friday. Monday through Wednesday, I play Lotro at 11 p.m. Eastern. Thursday is Dungeons and Dragons Online at 11 p.m. Eastern. And Friday, I stream Dungeons and Dragons Pen and Paper, 5th edition, with my wife, Jenny, at 11 p.m. Eastern. So if that sounds good, hit that follow button. And if you're on YouTube, check this out later. Thank you very much for getting all the way this far in the video. I'd like to please ask you to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and make a comment and thumb up the video, please. It's a budding YouTube channel, so any little engagement helps a tremendous amount. 30-6 says, the basic premise is easy, though. It's much easier than beer, and even cider, really. Great to see you back around. Prayers out for the family. Stay healthy. Thank you very much, 30-6. Grandpa says, check out New World if you want to. Have a good night. Yeah, I'll thank you for reminding me again. I'll check it out now. 30-6. Vaya con Dios. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great night. I'll see you soon. God bless you.